What's up, everybody? I go by Goddess, and I want to talk to y'all about something today. So, this is something that I definitely resonate with. All my life, I felt a huge calling to make the world a better place. Like, it's crazy because I've talked to a lot of people about this around me, and they all look at me like I'm like, they'll be like, what? But the longer I live, the more I realize is that there are more people like me out there. So, I just want to know, do you feel called to make the world a better place? It's so strong that it feels like it is going to happen. Like, I can't quite explain how it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen. It's like I have a deep sense of purpose. And so doing mediocre jobs, like, I've always worked in helping jobs. I've worked for Child Protective Services. I've worked for mental health. I've been in the mental health field for a while, as well as teaching. And I always feel like, don't get me wrong, I know I make a huge impact on those kids. Like, I know I change lives. Teachers too. Like, I have teachers that have reached out to me, tell me how much they miss my positive energy and things like that. But I just feel like that's not enough. I feel the nudge to make an impact on millions. Like, and I know I'm gonna do it. I don't know quite how, but it's a crazy, crazy feeling. But I just wonder if there's anyone out there like me. Matter of fact, I know there are. So this is for you guys. This is for me and for you. You're not alone. Basically, is what I want to tell you. And I know that there are many that do feel this way. You feel a calling to do more, to make the world better for everyone around us. I remember when I was 18 years old and I was giving my graduation speech about what I was going to do. At 18 years old, I was making choices not for myself, not even for my future children, because at 18, I had no children. I didn't have my first child till I was 27. At 18 years old, I made choices based upon my children's children. I was thinking about my grandchildren at 18 years old. And the world that we live in today, I am not content. I am not content. This is not the world that I want my children to be raised in. This is not the world that I want my grandchildren to be raised in. We have got to do better. We've got to do better. So I'm a spiritual person. I'm not religious per se, but I do appreciate the Bible. There's a lot of things to learn from the Bible. There's a lot of lessons. So a great Bible verse that supports the message today is Ephesians chapter 2 verse 10, and it says for we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. So, for me, this verse reminds us that we are uniquely created with a purpose to make a difference in the world through the good works God has prepared for us. It also aligns with the idea that feeling called to make the world a better place is a reflection of our divine purpose. So, I reflect on a lot of the Bible a lot, right? And Jesus was just like, in my opinion, Jesus was just like you and me. He was put here to make the world a better place. And he did that. But how did the people respond to him initially? They hated him. They eventually led to his demise. And all he did was meet them with positivity. All he did was want to make the world a better place. And I don't know about you, but I've experienced that a lot. I've simply spoke up for people or spoke up for things or not went along with the status quo. I'm not a type of person you could put in a box. I have a lot of ideas. When I walk into environments, the way my brain works, I don't know if I'm neurodivergent or what, but the way my brain works is that I instantly catch mistakes. Like, I instantly catch things that are going wrong and I can come up with solutions, but most of the time people don't want to hear my solutions. They want to keep things the way they are. Um, but I definitely, there's a lot of similarities between Jesus and between us. Jesus is God's son. We are God's children. Okay, so just the way he made a huge impact on the world, I do believe that we also can do the same. If there's anything going on in the world that you're not content with, you can make that change. I do not understand why we have so many broken people. Like, I can't even, it is unfathomable how broken society is. Like, and they don't even realize it. How angry, how agitated. Everyone is literally on the edge. They're taking all these medications, all these pills just to cope, just to exile, just to exist. I do not fit in with this culture. I do not want my children to fit in with this culture. I don't want my children to be on anxiety medication in high school. You know how many high school kids take anxiety medication? I don't want my children to have to take a Xanax just to go to work. You know how many people that work take medication just to go to work, particularly the teacher field, because I was a teacher. That was one of the reasons I left, because I realized that I was surrounded by administrators and teachers that were overwhelmed, overstressed, but yet they kept coming back. They weren't interested in any solutions, and they were taking medication just to cope and coming to work every day. Mind blowing. And that's no judgment to anyone that needs medication to function. I just don't quite think society was supposed to function at this rate, especially when we look at other countries and how other countries do things. And don't get me wrong, I know the United States is a land of the free, and I'm so privileged and I'm so thankful and so blessed to be born in the United States. But we definitely have our flaws. Now, being called to make the world a better place does not come with a set of instructions or a roadmap. It's just something that's in your heart. It's just an ache in your heart. And a lot of people, they are sensitive to injustice. You are not going to sit around and tolerate someone being done wrong in front of your face. And you want to help people from a macro level. And literally, there's a fire in your soul, and you imagine what the world could be. And that makes me think about Martin Luther King, right? Because he had a dream. Martin Luther King, I mean, if you want to call him a prophet, you know, he had a dream. He made a huge impact on the world. I just felt an overwhelming sense of, like, not sadness, but just, I don't know, I just feel like I want to cry. That happens to me a lot if I talk about like sensitive subjects, or like, I don't know. I'm an empath. But he literally made this world a better place. And it also, again, makes me think about Jesus, and it makes me think about you and me, because just the way they had a huge impact on this world, so can you and I. I want to live in a world that's full of kindness. And before I go there, listen, I understand duality. Now, I understand duality. In order to have light, you must have dark. Without darkness, you will not be able to see the light. You will not be able to appreciate the light. So I understand, life is full of ups and downs, of valleys and mountains and peaks. But I feel like Earth is Hades. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you literally have, I don't even want to go into, you live in this world, but I really do envision a world full of kindness, compassion. And I feel like I've made a difference in small ways. I feel like at this point, I have an aching in my soul to go to the next level. So I know the term chosen one is some people don't like it, some people do. Right now, it doesn't irritate me yet. It doesn't bother me. I'm fairly, I wouldn't say I'm fairly new on my spiritual awakening, but I'm fairly new on expressing myself in regards to my spiritual awakening, something that I kind of kept to myself for a while. But I did just start to see the world differently over time. I backed away from social media by choice. These are things that, I just did because I felt inkling to, you know. But being a chosen one, it doesn't mean you have to be perfect. So just because you feel this calling to make the world a better place, it doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. So that means that if you're not perfect, that doesn't mean that you can't make the world a better place. It doesn't mean that you're the loudest voice in the room or the one with the grandest ideas. It just simply means you're willing. You're willing to show up, you're willing to try, and you're willing to follow that inner call that you have, no matter how unsure the path may feel. And a lot of you may resist that calling, right? Because you feel like, oh, I'm just little old me. I'm, what can I do to make the world a better place? But I'm here to tell you that you can. Like, I feel like I know the way that I feel this deep, 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 immense heaviness on me, that I am tasked with making this world a better place, and I am tasked with reaching millions. I know that there are other people that feel like this, and in my mind, I just see us like the Avengers. Like the Avengers of making the world a better place. Like, I know that sounds funny, but like, that's literally what I picture. Like, because there's so many of us. I just feel that there's so many of us and that we're spread out far and in between. But literally, once we touch bases, once we understand our mission, once we understand what God wants us to do by tapping into your intuition, I feel like we definitely gonna be like the Avengers. And I think that prior to me, me starting a post or whatever, what got me at this point was going on a Daniel fast. So I did go on a Daniel fast, which is a fast from the Bible, that I did this fast for 3 days, and and it's just something I felt called to do. Um, I do feel called to go on another fast for some reason. 30-day fast is what I'm feeling that I need to do next. But there's a lot of things that I felt called to do, people I felt called to leave behind. And I didn't understand at that moment why God wanted me to walk away from certain people, why God wanted me to do certain things. But you got to understand that you can't ask no questions. And I promise you, things later on, things make sense and they're revealed to me, and things of that sort. But you gotta just allow God to lead you. So if you're here and if you're still listening to this message, then I definitely would say that this message is for you. This message was meant to find you, and you are one of the ones that are meant to make this world a better place. And I'm even go as far to say that you are one of the 144. And if you don't know what that means, then just stay tuned, because I'll be having a whole message on that. But there's not many people that feel this calling. So if you were chosen, it's not because of what you've been through, it's because of how you've risen, right? There's so many people in this world that have been through so much, so many horrible stories people have experienced. It's not about going through the trenches. We all go through the trenches. It's about how you bounce back. It's about how you still have kindness and compassion in your heart no matter how you've been hurt. There are people that have been abused, just all type of horrendous things have happened to them in this lifetime, but yet they still show up. Yet they still show up. Getting emotional again. But if you're listening to this and you're one of those people, I'm so proud of you, because I know no one tells you that they're proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for the fact that you still have kindness in your heart. You still treat people with respect, with love, even when they shit on you. Literally, literally. And I've experienced the same thing, so I know exactly how you feel. Your struggles, your experiences, even your failures, all those things, they've given you the wisdom that makes you unique. Your bounce back, the things that you have learned from all those lows and carried with you to those highs, but not in a negative way, in a positive way, to where you've taken those experiences and made them positive. You've taken those experiences and used those for lessons for others. While working in the mental health field, I definitely, everything that I've experienced, I take those things and I help teach my clients. how to bounce back, how to be resilient, how to overcome certain situations. I think a huge, huge struggle that a lot of people experience is from childhood and with their parents. And I feel so lucky. And look, it took me so long to get here, but I feel so lucky and so blessed to have the parents that I have. Because had I had not had those particular parents, I would not be who I am today. I wouldn't be who I am. And so for that, I thank God for my parents from the bottom of my heart. I wouldn't want anyone else because I wouldn't be who I am. And I want you to appreciate yourself. I want you to appreciate your experiences in life. I want you to appreciate every person that treated you bad, every person that didn't love you the way you felt like they were supposed to love you, every person that shitted on you. I want you to love everyone the same because all those experiences shaped exactly who you are today. And you have a beautiful soul, you have a beautiful heart, and you are a beautiful person. Look at how they treated Jesus. You got to realize that you are on the bad, everyone is on someone's bad list. Everyone is on someone's bad list. You, my friend, are on someone's bad list. No matter how much you have tried to be a positive impact in the world, no matter how much you have tried to put other people first, no matter how much you have tried to help others, they still put you on the bad list. They still talked about you. They still trash your name. Another thing, I know when people, it sounds insane, but literally when I walk in a room and someone was just talking about me, I can tell. I can feel it. No matter how much they, hey, hi, and smile with me, I can tell. They were just talking, girl, they were just talking about you. I could tell. And that's another reason why I keep to myself because people, okay, I don't want to like condemn everyone, but like a lot of people can be fake. And I want you to keep in mind, I'm going to go back to, they talked about Jesus. They hurt him. They removed him from the planet for spreading peace, for spreading love. So you can't expect for people to just, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just gonna be all peaches and cream, you know what I'm saying? But you're one thing about you, you're strong. Your bounce back game is crazy. And one thing I do know is that what this world needs is you. Your unique voice, your unique story, and your light, and your gift. Your gift is how you are meant to change this world. Whether you're an artist, whether you are an actor, whether you are a singer, a dancer, your gift is how you will make this world a better place. You may be a gifted entrepreneur, whatever your gift is. Maybe you're a gifted salesman. Whatever your gift is how you're going to make this world a better place. Your story could be your gift. You ever think about that? Your story could inspire millions of people. Your story can spark change, could spark resilience, cause in my goodness. Your story can inspire millions of people. Just you alone. And the thing about it, it's not nothing that's hard. It's not nothing that you're gonna have to think about too much. It's not nothing that you're gonna have to try too hard. It's just going to come to you. It's something that's already in you. It's already in you. And you know that. You already know how you're going to make this world a better place. We all know. I feel that we all know. You just got to tap into it. You just got to listen to your intuition. It's there. It's trying to talk to you. God is trying to speak to you, but you too distracted. You too busy. You partying. You drinking. You going out with your friends. You're going on dates. You doing this. You doing that. You need to sit down somewhere. You need to meditate. Do some yoga. Drink your water. Your body can't be dry. You got to drink some water. But I just feel I just keep seeing a picture of Avengers. Like, it's insane. I feel like we are the freaking Avengers. We are literally one. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if we're gonna have, like, somebody needs to have a chosen one convention so we can all meet up and like really form our Avengers teams, because I swear, like, we're gonna make this whatever. I feel so excited. I feel so giddy. I feel so excited. But whatever your gift is, like, maybe you feel called to bring peace to families. For me, I feel called to help children. I really enjoy working with children. Maybe you feel called to fight for injustice. Maybe you feel called to heal the planet. You know, the ozone layer. We have the oceans are infested with pollution. Um, we have certain populations of people who are being attacked, being murdered. The indigenous women. I want you to look up the missing women, the missing and murdered rates of indigenous women. They're the highest. I want you to look into that. There's so many different ways to make this world a better place. There's so many different causes to bring attention to bring awareness to animals. There's so many different areas that God needs us to help the world, to help the universe. You just got to choose your lane. You just got to choose what it is that you want to do. And maybe you want to do multiple things. And I think that's beautiful. If you want to do multiple things, maybe it's to create art that moves hearts, that inspires others. Whatever it is, I want you to lean into it. And I want you to know that the feeling that you have is not random. It's definitely a reason. And you have a gift. You are a gift. You are a gift to this earth. The earth is lucky to have someone like you. This world is lucky to have someone like you. And maybe your family didn't realize that. Maybe the people you interacted didn't realize that. But I'm telling you, you are a gift. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for finding this video. I'm proud of you for trying your best. I'm proud of you for bouncing back from everything that you've been through, from everything that's been done to you. I'm so proud of you. And now it's time to get to work. The world doesn't need just one chosen one. The world doesn't need just one Jesus. The world doesn't need just one Martin Luther King. The world needs all of us. It needs many. It needs people like you who dream of change. It needs people like you who strive for kindness, who work to heal broken parts of life, who works to heal the broken hearts in life. Maybe you're a therapist. Together, we create a ripple effect. And when we transform one life, we transform another and another and another, and eventually we'll transform the world itself. And maybe we're like the Avengers, but we're superheroes in different areas, right? But we definitely work together to make this world a better place. So you're never alone. I just want you to know you're never alone. There's so many of us who feel like this. So if you do feel calling, I don't want you to hesitate. I don't want you to start later. I want you to start now. I want you to answer that call. I want you to pray. I want you to ask God how it is that He wants you to make this world a better place. And you don't need all the answers today. All you got to do is take the next step to show up in small, meaningful ways. Tune into your intuition. When God, stop getting angry about stuff that happens. If you make a wrong turn, if you go somewhere you're not supposed to, look for signs that God needed you in that space at that moment. You never know. Like me, I follow. I follow God. I follow the signs. Like, speak to me, God. Like, nothing is a mistake. It's either a blessing or a lesson. Remember, if you listen to my first video, you already know this, but I don't believe in the devil. It's either a blessing or a lesson. God got me. Anything I go through, God is doing that to me because He wants me to be resilient, because He wants to see that bounce back. That's how you elevate into the next chapter in life. It's just a test. And God is so proud of you when you pass that test. He is rooting for you. He is clapping for you, but you got to get out of your way. You got to get out of your way. And this is a whole nother, this to get into a whole nother topic. But I want you to start right now. And if you don't know where to start, I want you to pray. I want you to ask God. If you don't pray to God, ask the universe. Ask God, ask the universe to reveal to you what your higher purpose is, to reveal to you how it is that you're supposed to change the world. Me, I asked God to put me on my highest timeline, and He did that. And I saw things differently. I feel different. I feel like a different person. I'm not gonna say feel. I am a different person. The things I think, the things I talk about, the things I do, that ain't me. That's somebody else. But I like who I've become. I'll tell you that. So literally, if you know, fast, pray, meditate, yoga, all those things, and just show up in small, meaningful ways, and try to be the light in someone's life every day, even if it's just your own. I'm gonna say that one more time. Try to be the light in someone's life every day, even if it's just your own. We could be our own biggest critics. The things we say to ourselves in our head, we will never say to someone else. I always tell my students, speak to yourself like you would your own best friend. If your best friend made a mistake, would you say, "Oh, you're so stupid. I hate you. You can't do nothing right"? You would never. You say it's okay. You're going to do better next time. Speak to yourself like that. Be your own best friend. Be the light in your own life, if no one else's. And you were chosen, not by chance, but for a reason. And I want you to take that first step today because the world needs you and it's waiting for you. If you enjoyed this message today, if you resonate with anything I said, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I do love hearing from other people who are on similar journeys as mine because, you know, being a chosen one, God does isolate us and have us spread out for a reason. So be sure to comment below, like, and subscribe. And again, I do have a meditation below um, that you can listen to while you're asleep, just so that your subconscious is also resonating with that calling that you have. All right, guys, I want you to have a great day, a great night, great morning, whatever time it is that you're listening to this. And don't forget to be the light in someone's life. If not someone, at least be the light in your own life. All right, bye, guys.